Well, here we are back with another garden tour, and it's now July. It's July the 22nd today. We've got an overcast day. It is cloudy, and I can feel a little bit of spitty rain coming on, but hopefully that'll hold out while we do this tour. Now, this is some sweet corn I put in, a bit of a backup sweet corn, as I saw that my sweet corn wasn't doing too well down in the woods, and obviously they're competing with the trees and the lack of light. So yeah, these are doing a bit better, and hopefully I get a crop off them because I love sweet corn. Here we've got some potatoes that I put in after harvesting shallots. It's always good to have a second crop of something in the ground. It's you know, keeps the soil, microbes and everything happy. These are my main crop potatoes again. Now obviously the foliage has grown massive, and they have started to sort of try to sprawl out. I've put a rope around them to keep them in, and they've also got a little bit of a fungal disease. I'm not entirely sure what the fungal disease is. I'm not too bothered about it because it's not spreading rapidly. Hopefully they'll stay green enough to keep growing, make them tubers bigger until the 1st of September, and that'll be around about the time when I harvest them. And well, these potatoes in the pots aren't looking so good. Now, I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but I'm just going to leave them. And the ones at the back look a lot better than the ones at the front. And hopefully we'll get something out of those. Our strawberry bed here, we're finally getting some strawberries. When our first flush of strawberries came, so did the mice, and they wiped them out. But I can actually see one here, so we'll go ahead and pick it now. It's not quite done, but we're picking them a little bit early, just so then we can keep those fruits. And well, there you go. That's a nice looking strawberry. Put it on the windowsill for a day, and that'll be ready to go. Right, let's go into the polytunnel. I've also, just quickly, obviously you don't need to see this, but I have just put some beetroot in back there just to see if it works, because I harvested the carrots on the carrot video. Well, I think I could win an award here. Look how tall my raspberry plant has got. But there has been issues with the raspberries this year. Again, something attacking them. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Whether it's all this wet weather that we've had, probably is. Well, here we are in the polytunnel, and I'm finding that it's a really difficult year for growing tomatoes at the moment. It's one of the most difficult years, I think, well, in a very long time. But I am hopefully going to get some tomatoes, but I don't know how many. They're not going red at all. We've not got any signs of redness on any of our tomatoes, but they are growing. I think they just need some warm weather and some sunshine, which we are not getting enough of. We've got a little bit of everything in this bed. We've got a couple of chili plants here and some onions, a couple of more chili plants. These are my melons. Now, melons this year, again, people are really struggling with them. I do watch Dowden, and his melons in his polytunnel and especially in his greenhouse look fantastic. But obviously in a greenhouse, especially a glass one, you've got a lot more heat. Sun can penetrate it a lot easier compared to something like this. So yeah, probably quite a good year for growing in a proper greenhouse. But I'm going to call this one the jungle bed, I think, because it is quite literally like a jungle. I need to get in here, and I think I need to remove most of the foliage on these cucumber plants. And these are funny old cucumbers. I think they're like pickling cucumbers, really spiky and small. We've got a rogue potato that's all of a sudden grown in here. Somewhere in here we've got some peppers that we had spare plants of, so I popped them in there. Again, this needs chopping back. And at the back and down the sides we've got some beetroot as well. Well, here I've got some lettuce plants going to seed. I've done this on purpose. I saw that they were going to seed and I've just left them. And hopefully I'll get some lettuce seed for next year. This variety of lettuce has been very good, I've found, growing here. So hopefully by saving the seed, that'll improve it even more. Now these peppers have these peppers have certainly enjoyed the heat. They've grown a lot. However, I don't think we're definitely not going to get any red peppers on them because they haven't even got peppers on them yet. But hopefully we'll get a few green ones that we can use. Oh, and some carrots. Carrots! I put in a few of them. Let's just pull one out. Let's have a look. These are miniature carrots. They aren't meant to grow big. So, but they are miniature. They taste absolutely delicious, and they're only meant to be in there for like 70 something days. But these ones have been in for like 83 or 4. It's probably 85 now because I checked the other day. So yeah. You know what? While we're here, we'll have a look at these potatoes in this patch. Well, these potatoes, in this bed last year, I grew some, I'm pretty sure they were second earlies, and I didn't realise at the time. But this year I'm growing main crop in here because I want them in here for the whole season, just take up this bed. And these are my Desirées. These are the ones that I always grow, usually in the beds that you saw earlier. They're Sarpo Miro, and hopefully these ones will do well. They haven't got that fungal disease on them. I think the soil doesn't hold as much moisture in this bed, which probably leads to less diseases. And yeah, hopefully they'll grow big, but we'll see. Oh, must have been all that wind. Well, there we go, another bed of carrots in here, and I'm not entirely sure how long these have got left to have to be in the ground. There is a label in here somewhere, and soon I'll definitely be digging that label out and look at the variety and do a little bit of research, because I don't think it'll be long. But I think these carrots are going to grow quite big in here, as this bed usually does quite well. I did grow sweet corn in there last year, and it was fantastic, and next year I'll definitely be growing sweet corn in there again. Again, I had a few seed potatoes left over, so I just made a little bed in here. There's no reason for this to be over the top, just got to put it somewhere, so I thought I'd put it on top of there. And well, our wild herb bed, I'm now going to call it, it was once not wild, but it's now wild, has grown all these flowers, and I'm just leaving them for the beneficial insects, if there is any left. And yeah, we've got some chives in there, which of course will come up next year, and we'll finally be able to use them on the first year. If you've grown them from seed, you can't use your chives on the first year. Well, you shouldn't do. This is my nice little blueberry plant. I chopped off all the ends because it was getting a bit lanky, and hopefully by chopping off the ends that'll encourage it to bush up a little bit more, and that'll make it a bit more of a stronger plant. And here come Balti boy. Right. Well, I've certainly got some work to do in here. I've got to clear out some stuff. Big lorries coming past. I've got to clear out some stuff. These spring onions are now bulb onions because I've not been able to harvest them quite as quick. You know, we haven't been able to eat them quite as quick. This one's just snapped off. Hold on. Like, they've literally turned into bloody great bulbs for spring onions, but there's no reason why you can't use them. You can still use them. They're just, yeah, miniature bulbs now. But I have got to clear that out. And well, in here, not only do we have a tree growing, but we've got the rest of our beetroot. This beetroot, I mean, hasn't done what I wanted it to do. We've got a few jars of pickled beetroot out of it, which is obviously brilliant, but it's not done what I wanted it to do. And I think if we get time today, I think we are going to rip most of this out, and then I'll have to go ahead and plant a second crop for winter. Maybe some brassicas in this bed, but we'll see. What, Balti? Well, here's the micro sweet corn. This is obviously meant to be head height, but because I'm growing quite literally in a woodland, like I said, these plants are competing for water, they're competing for light, they're competing for a lot of things. So for them to even get this big, they've done well. But yeah, I really don't think that I don't think we're really going to get much on there, if anything. But there you are. Well, the brassica bed, we've had actually quite a lot of brassicas out of here on our foods, in our foods, obviously. We've had purple cabbage, which has been really nice in the salads. It's been fantastic. In this part here, we had some Swedes, and they were very nice as well. We made Swede and carrot mash. We harvested the carrots, harvested the Swede. Brilliant, absolutely amazing. We've had plenty of broccoli out of here. We've also had, what are they called? Them horrible things you have on roast dinners. We haven't had any of them out yet, but we will do in winter.
Sprouts.
Oh yeah, them horrible things that you have in winter, them sprouts. They're in here, but obviously they're not going to crop until later on in the year when that gets cold. Here we've got a clear patch. This will be filled with something soon. I'm just getting the stuff ready. Balti boy likes whatever the hell. What's that? It's a little onion. I don't know where that come from. Look at these little miniature cabbages. We having a roast tonight? Oh, I'm not a big fan of cabbage, but they are miniature cabbages. Take a look at this one. Look at that, baby cabbage. Definitely not any records breaking, but it is food. I haven't seen so many butterflies this year, but there was the odd one or two when we had a bit of a warm couple of days. That did come along. We've got some lettuce here. I think I'm going to call this the lettuce strip because obviously I have grown lots of lettuce on this strip here. But yeah, all good for our salads. Again, more plantings. Some beetroot gone in here. Second plantings after lettuce. And well, this bed, not only does Balti like to get in it, but it has gone, well, I had a cover thing on here which sort of kept it all together. I took the cover off and now it's gone like that. It's they are parsnips, if you're wondering. They are parsnips. Come on, Balti, out the way. Here we've got some onions. Now these onions, like, again, they're competing with trees. They have got a bit more light over this side, but these trees still will suck up water even from this far away. But yeah, they're doing all right. Some of them are flopping over, so that's as big as they're going to get. But yeah, we do have a bit of onion. Oh, some winter brassicas. Look at these. These are cauliflowers. Balti, they're cauliflowers. And they are purple sprouting broccoli, and there will be, oi! There will be more of them. Stop it. Look at him. Naughty boy. Well, hopefully if I stop messing about with him, he'll stop. Here we've got some golden beetroot. Now, we've never eaten golden beetroot before. I don't even think you can buy it in the shop. But you can obviously pick it out of your garden if you grow it. And we will be trying that soon. Can't say whether we like it or not. Like I said, never had it. But yeah, that's doing better than the other beetroot. Again, bulbs are still small. I'm growing in a woodland. These are carrots. Second plantings again. I've got to try and remember. Oh yeah, there was garlic here. We harvested that garlic in a video, or in a short, sorry. But yeah, and I'll show you how to store it. So there's second plantings of carrots. I haven't weeded that bed. Quite a bit of weeds coming up in there. I'm not too worried about it. And down here, well, it definitely doesn't look as good. We've just got a few, they were once, or meant to be, red onions, but I don't think there's going to be much come of them. Again, we are like in the deepest part of the woodland nearly now in terms of these beds. And here we've got some peas for seed. You see him? What was that? What are you doing? Oh, right, let's go into the polytunnels. Or polytunnel. Right. Well, we've got a bit more success in here. Watch your head. Cucumbers are doing brilliantly. We have got a little bit of, what's that called? The powdery mildew. Yeah, white powdery mildew on there. People do spray it with milk. I mean, just remove the leaves that have it and just be on it. You know what I mean? But we've got some nice cucumbers coming along, and we have picked a hell of a lot of cucumbers so far. We've got plenty. It's weird how, you know, cucumbers are doing okay, but tomatoes aren't. And well, as you can see here, tomatoes, them tomatoes in the other polytunnel are way away from trees. Again, these ones have got trees next to them, so they are competing a little bit, but I still think it's due to the weather that we haven't got really nice tomatoes this year, but which is a bit of a shame. Just show you these ones over here. Yeah, so some slightly larger varieties over here, but again, just solid and green at the moment. Hopefully we'll get a bit of warm weather towards the end of the summer, and they'll ripen up. Second plantings of, actually it's my third plantings of lettuce, and I've hung them up in here just to prevent the slugs from getting them. But yeah, two different varieties there. Hopefully we can carry on cropping them, maybe even towards into winter. I'll just quickly mention, I really do think I need to do a video on this, and that's compost, and I will do a video on it, and I'll also do a video on how to compost a lot of horse manure all in one go. I've been doing that now for, well, that's over a year now, definitely, and so I've composted a lot of horse manure by hand, and I just want to show how I do it, because it does come out all right. And well, we'll finish it off. I would say this is like the fuel of the garden, because obviously the compost is more the fuel, but this is like where everything starts out. And this is the hotbed. Now there's a lot of bugs in here which are not very nice, but they don't cause a problem with plants. And I've got some winter brassicas in here, again, ready to go in. Just waiting for them to get a little bigger, and then I'll put them out. Some more winter brassicas. I've got some white salad onions, so spring onions again. A few leeks in there, which I don't know whether will do all right. They're a bit small, but if they do all right, happy days. They'll go into the polytunnel for the best chance anyway, and some other little bits and pieces in there as well. Oh. I'll just quickly show you these potatoes as well. I love potatoes. These are Java potatoes, so a brand new variety to me. And again, they're just in pots. They're looking better than the ones in them pots, but we'll see how they do. Brilliant. Oh, we didn't show the raspberries and blackberries. Just got to show them. We made some trellis things for the blackberries so they can grow up, and we're just training them on here to hopefully look a bit nicer and also control them because they were spreading all over the ground a bit. But yeah, they're doing okay, and obviously we've got another one here. We actually haven't had any blackberries off of them this year, but I'm hoping that next year we'll have a few. And these raspberries have got absolutely massive, as you can see, really tall, and these ones are looking a lot more healthy than them ones back there. Obviously these are newly planted this year, so yeah, they're doing great. I've had a couple of raspberries off them as well, haven't we? Brilliant. Well, I think that's it, isn't it? That's it for July's garden tour. Well, thanks for coming around with me. I appreciate you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. I'm hoping, like I said, to get a compost video out, try and get onto that soon. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.